Good afternoon to all my students, grade 10 English medium. So, Puta, today we are going to start the lesson Logarithms 1. So basically, you have to when we have to learn about the logarithms in grade 10. Actually, this logarithms has been divided into two units: logarithm 1 and logarithm 2. Okay. So today I'm going to start the logarithm 1, and I know there are new students here as well. Meanwhile, I'm doing the class. I will explain about the class briefly for you as well. And this is the tutorial that is regarded for the month of July. And all my students who are coming to my classes, they will receive this tutorial to your home free of charge for the students who are coming to my class. Turn on the chat. Puda, how are you? How are you? Doing good. Okay. Okay. So, are you ready to start the lesson logarithms? Yeah. Are there any new students? New students? Put new to the chat if you're a new student. Ashra. Okay. Dinula. Right. Bizanda, Devmina, Shah, Shaman, Asma, not Asma, Kushal, Netushi. Okay. Off the chat. Okay. So there are new students here as well, Puta. So by attending to today's session, you just get a proper idea about the class, how I'm teaching, and how the progress is going up. And meanwhile, I'm doing the lesson, I will explain everything about the class, how you are receiving your tutorial to your home, right? And what are included in a tute, and also in the live class, you can interact with me and learn. If you miss a live class, you can come to the repeat classes, and also you can catch up the class recordings from my website as well. So there are so many options in our class, and how much the class fee is, what are the benefits that you can gain from attending to our classes, and what are our students results and everything. Okay. Okay, Pata, let's go to the lesson. Write down the topic. Write down the topic. Logarithms 1. Logarithms 1. Logarithms 1. Okay. Putha, before we move into the logarithms, it is very essential about the knowledge of indices. So in indices, we have to learn 6 laws of indices. Putha, knowledge of indices, it is very important to learn logarithms. So because of that, before I move into the logarithms, I have to teach you, I have to remind you, I have to revise you about the knowledge regarding the knowledge of indices, right? Okay. So Putha, if I multiply 3 6 times like this, okay, 5 times. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Putha, 3 multiplies 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write it as 3 to the power 5, right? Not it. I can write it as 3 to the power 5. So I have written this product in index form. For this, we call it as index form. So this is, we call it as index form. Right. Pudha, when I consider about 3 to the power 5, 3 to the power 5, Pudha, we call this as the base. This is the base. We call this as index. We call this as index. Take the note while you are learning, okay? For this whole part, we call it as a power. For this whole part, we call it as a power. This is 3 to the power 5, right? You have to understand that when I consider about this 3 to the power 5, this is the base, this is the index. Altogether, we call it as a power or index form. How to read this 3 to the power 5? Okay, take down this note first. Right, okay with them? Turn on the chat. Put noted in the chat if you have already noted this down. Well, let's learn the lesson very clearly. Okay, of the chart. Right, write these in index form. Number 1. Put number 1. Put number 1. Okay, write these in index form. Number 5. X into X into X into X into may upon n terms. Sorry. Can X n terms multiply, you know? Wait. So here, 9 into 9 into 9 into 9. So it is 9 to the power 4, right? 9 to the power 4. Right? minus 7 into minus 7 into minus 7. So I can write it as minus 7 to the power 3. 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write it as 10 to the power 5. A into A into A to the power 3. X into, likewise, you have to multiply x n terms. So x to the power n, right? Cut karega. So here 2x into 2x into 2x. So I can write it as 2x to the power 3. 2 into y into y into y. So 2 into y to the power 3. Sorry. PQ to the power 3. A into B to the power 3. Right? So we can write these products in index form. Right? Turn on the chat. Can you understand this? Put yes to the chat if you can understand this. Very easy, no? Basics. Okay. Off the chat. Okay, off the chat. Okay, let's go with the. But then now I am going to teach you about the laws of indices. Right? Now I am going to teach you about the laws of indices. So write down the subtopic. Right? So write down the subtopic, laws of indices. Write down the subtopic, laws of indices. Laws of indices. Laws of indices. Write down Puta, in normally my note I number. Note number. Here it is number 1, right? Okay. Right. Laws of indices. Right. Write down the subtopic. Subtopic of the subtopic. Law number 1. First law. Okay. Let's see this, Puta. Okay. If I take 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2, 3. 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 3. So here you can see, Puta, instead of the 3 to the power 2, I can write 3 into 3. Instead of 3 to the power 3, I can write 3 into 3 into 3. If I remove the brackets, 3 into 3, here it is 3 into 3 into 3. So the final answer becomes, there are 5 3's, 3 to the power 5. So here you can understand, Puta, instead of extracting like this, I could take the answer, Puta, by taking the addition of indices of these powers. Ne? So here you can understand the first law. If you multiply the powers with same base, their indices get added. Indices are added. Right? So 2 into 3, I could take 5. Right? So at once I could take the answer without doing this. Another example. A to the power 2 into A to the power 1. Here, Puta, A to the power 2 means A into A. A to the power 1 means A. So altogether A into A into A. That means A to the power 3, right? So I could take the answer by when the powers are multiplied with same base, their indices get added. 2 plus 1, 3. Right. That's right. That's right, Puta. So what is the first law of indices? It is A to the power m into A to the power n is equal to A to the power m plus n. This is the first law of indices. This is the first law of indices. Look at that. right? This is the first law. So put number 1 here. Turn on the chat. Can you understand about the first law of indices? Okay, of the chat. Yeah, okay, let's write the law in words. Write down. When powers are multiplied, when powers are multiplied with same base, with same base, their indices, their indices are added. This is the first law. හරි. එකම පාදය සහිත බල ගුණ වෙනකොට ඒ වගේ දර්ශක එකතු වෙනවා. Right. Okay, we shall go to some examples. Puta, but we have missed the number 2. Actually, number 2, then here it is number 1 no, right? So the number 2 question was regarding, then here it is how to this product එක මේ තව එකක් විදිහට ලියන්නේ කොහොමද? ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් ෆෝම් එකෙන් ලියන්නේ කොහොමද? ඊට පස්සේ ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් ෆෝම් එකෙන් දීලා මෙයාව ලියන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා මම සෙකන්ඩ් ක්වෙස්චන් එකෙන් ප්‍රශ්න වගේක් දීලා තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒක මෙතනට දාගන්න නැතුව ඊම ඒතර පැටලෙනවානේ. හරි. Right. So we have to go to the third question. Right. So put okay, do these questions. Sorry. All right. Do this at once. Sorry. At once, just do this. Let me do one question for you. So we already know when two powers are multiplied with same base, their indices get added, no? So here it is 3 plus 4. So the answer is 10 to the power 7. 10 to the power 7. Right? All right. Likewise, do this. 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. So here it is 8 to the power 2 plus 3. 8 to the power 5. Here it is a to the power x plus 3. Here it is x to the power a plus 2a. That means x to the power 3a. Here it is y to the power x plus 2. Here it is a to the power m plus n. Okay, Buddha. We shall go to the law of indices number 2, second law. Write down. Okay. Right. Right. Just tell me here 9 to the power 5 divide by 9 to the power 3. I can write this as 9 to the power 5 over 9 to the power 3. Puta, so 9 to the power 5 means 9 into 9 into 9 into 9 into 9. 9 to the power 3 means 9 into 9 into 9. Number. So the answer is 9 to the power 2. So here you can understand, Buddha, if you divide the powers with same base, their indices are subtracted. 5 minus 3, 2 ki lakilim baganda. Right. So this is the second law. Generally, a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. This is the law number 2. Okay. Let's solve some problems. Let's solve some problems. Right, do this. Write down the answers at once. When dividing, powers with same base, their indices are subtracted. Or get subtracted. Okay. For example, this question I can do. We have to divide two powers with same base. So we have to subtract the indices 4 minus 2. So it is 10 to the power 2. Complete this. Where do it? Yeah, it is 8 to the power 4 minus 7. 4 minus 7. 7 minus 4, it is 3. 4 minus 7 means minus 3. 8 to the power 3 minus 8. A to the power 3 minus 8 means minus 5. X to the power A minus 3. Turn on the chat, Pudha. Is it clear about the second law? Of the chart. Pudha, B. Nicole. What's the problem? Nicole, what's the problem, Pudha? Turn on the mic, Nicole. So tell me your problem, Chotipati.
Can you explain again?
Okay, could you understand the first law?
Yes.
The second law, what happens here? The 9 to the power 5 divide by 9 to the power 3. So I can write like this, okay? So 9 to the
Yes.
power 5, I can write 9 into like that. 9 into 9 into 9. So I can simplify it. 9 to 9 never, okay? 9 to 9 never, 9 to 9. How many 9 is 1? How many 9 is 1? Can you understand 9 to the power 2? Neither. Pudha.
Yes.
So Pudha, you could get the answer at once. 5 minus 3, 2. Neither.
Yes.
So if you have to divide two powers with same base, same base නේ මේ base එක මෙයා index එක. Can you understand? මම මුලින්ම කිව්වේ මෙයා තමයි power එක මෙයා index මෙයා base එක මෙයා index එක. Right?
Yes.
So you can understand you have to divide two powers with same base. Then their indices get subtracted. 5 minus 3, 2. දැන් මේක බලන්න මේ 10 to the power 4 divided by 10 to the power 2. Same base. Powers with same base. When you're dividing, the indices get subtracted. 4 minus 2, 2. 4 minus
Excuse me,
7.
sir.
Yes.
In first law, what if two different bases come?
What were they?
In first law, what if two different bases come?
What the first law?
In first law, what if two different bases come?
You are asking what happens when two different bases comes කියලා අහනවා මගේ.
Yes.
එහෙම කරොත් ඉතින් අපිට එහෙම ගැන කතා කරන්න බෑ. දැන් for example here if you like 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2. එතකොට මේ එක ලෝ එකක්වත් දාන්න බෑ. ඉතින් ඒතකොට ඔයාලට multiply කරන්න 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2 4 9. එතකොට මේක ගැන කතා කරන්න බෑ. දැන් මේක කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. We can talk like this. We can go for these laws when you have to divide or multiply with same bases. We are talking about some law. Can you understand what I'm saying? Like
Okay, sir.
For example, I'm saying sun rises from east, right? And I'm saying sun rises from east, and happens like that. So someone is asking me what happens when sun rises from west. වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් මම කියේ දෙන්නවා මොන්නේ නේද?
Yes,
දැන්
sir.
අපිට හරි පුතේ. අතන අපිට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ law of indices ගැන when you multiply or dividing the powers with same base. එහෙම වුණාම තමයි මේ logic එක හරියන්නේ. හරි නේද? Okay. We shall go to the number 6. Number 6 can third law. Okay, second law is okay. Third law. Third law. Okay. But listen to me very carefully. Right. if I say something like this, 3 to the power 2, its second power, power of a power. 3 to the power, its third power, third power. 3 to the power 2, its third power. So I can write this as 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2 into like that I can write this. So if you extract, here it is 3 into 3. Here it is 3 into 3. Here it is 3 into 3. Right. If I remove the brackets, how many threes? There are 6 threes. So 3 to the power 6. But I could get this answer by multiplying these indices, right? So when you have to get a power of a power, their indices get multiplied. For example, let's see a to the power 3, its second power. So a to the power 3 into a to the power 3. Right? So a to the power 3 means a into a into a. Here it is a to the power 3 means a into a into a. Right? All together there are 6 a's, a to the power 6. 3 into 2, 6. So I can say a to the power m, its nth power is equal to a to the power m into n. This is the third law. So write down from which, when you have to get the power of a power, when there is a power of a power, when there is a power of a power, indices are multiplied. Indices are get multiplied. Let's go to the seventh problem. Okay, do this. Do this with then here 9 to the power 2, its third power. And I made 9 2 into 3. So it is 9 to the power 6. Right, like that. Do that by yourself. Second one. Let's do it with me, Buddha. Here 10 to the power 2, its third power. Buddha, what happens here? 2 to the power. And also there is another factor that you need to know. Hurry, put in, Mother. Before we go into that, Buddha, there is another thing that you should know. Power of a product, I can write it as product of powers. දැන් මෙහෙම තිබුණොත් a into b ගේ m power කියලා මේ m power එක මේ දෙන්නටම අයිති. මේ power of a product I can write it as product of powers නේ. right. එතකොට මෙතන බලන්න. එහෙනම් මේ power 2 කියන එක මෙයාටත් අයිති. 2 to the power 2 ඊට මේ x to the power 3 ටත් අයිති. so 2 to the power 2 into 3 into 2 6 නේ. x to the power 6. Here what happens? So a to the power 2 මෙයාටත් අයිති. b to the power 3 2 into 2 4 so a to the power 4 3 into 2 6 b to the power 6. So here it is a to the power 2 into x 2x. Here it is x to the power a into b a. Turn on the chat. Uda, how is it? Can you understand about the third law? Third law of indices. When you have to get a power of a power, you have to multiply the indices. Okay. Off the chat. All right. We shall go to the law number 4. Right. If you have something, okay, on a 9 to the power, okay, let's see, 9 to the power 3 divided by 9 to the power 3. I can write this as 9 to the power 3 over 9 to the power 3. So here it is 9 into 9. Here it is 9 into 9. How many nines? 1. Here 1. So the answer is 1. So here, Buddha, by using the second law of indices, you already know the second law. Second law, when you have to divide the two powers with same base, their indices get subtracted. And then 9 to the power 0, 1 here. With the zeroth power of anything is 1, except 0. Here you can understand 9 to the power 0 is 1. Right? Likewise, let's do another example. Okay, let's do another example. For example, then a to the power 2 divided by a to the power 2. So I can write this as like that, no? It's 1, right? So from the second law, I can say a to the power 2 minus 2. So here you count a to the power 0 is 1. So you have to understand that. We have to understand the fact that any number or any algebraic term or whatever, anyone's zeroth power is 1. But there is a small exception. Puta, in mathematics, zeroth power. Zeroth power එක define වෙන්නේ නැහැ. It's not defined. ඒ කියන්නේ ගණිතයේදී මේක අර්ථ දැක්වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ගණිතයේදී අපිට බිඳුවේ බිඳුනි බලයක් කියන එක හොයන් ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකේ තේරුමක් නැහැ. Because of that, you can't take 0 for A. Except that, except 0, anyone's zeroth power is 1. So that is the law number 4. That is the law number 4. Okay. Put this as number 9. Put this as number 9. Okay, just do this. Anyone zeroth power 0 එච්චරයි. මම remove 3 to the power 0, it is 1. Anyone zeroth power 1, sorry. Minus 2 to the power 0, 1. 1 to the power 0, 1. Anyone zeroth power is 1. Turn on the chat. Can you understand this? Of the chat. Can we mention when we write in the answer as undefined? පුතේ 0 power එක විතරයි not undefined. First පුතා, learn the things that I am teaching. You will understand, you will realize the type of questions that is asking from when you go to the textbook exercises. Until then, just learn the theories when I'm teaching. Learn the theories properly. That's all needed until now. For now. After the theories, we can go for the questions. Just wait, Buddha. Be patient. Okay, let's go to the law number 5. Other? No. Okay. If I write something like this, a to the power 2 divide by a to the power 6. So I can write this as a to the power 2 over a to the power 6. Here it is a into a. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 to the power 4. So here, Putha, from the second law, we know if you divide two powers with same base, their indices get subtracted. So with the 2 minus 6, what is the answer? Minus 4, right? 6 minus 4, 6 minus 2 plus 4, 2 minus 6 minus 4. Now, on a to the power minus 4, I can write it as 1 over a to the power plus 4. Then a to the power minus 4, I can write it as 1 over a to the power plus 4. So here is the law. Here is the law. If you have a power which has negative index, for example, a to the power minus m, I can write it as 1 over a to the power m. This is the law number 5. We shall do some exercises. And understand. Okay, let me do the first one. So here I can write 7 to the power minus 2 as 1 over 7 to the power plus 2. Two minutes වගේ දෙන්න මේක පොඩ්ඩක් තේරුම් අරගෙන මේක කරගෙන. So here I can write this as 1 over minus 10 to the power plus 5. 1 over minus 9 to the power plus 3. 1 over 8 to the power plus 4. 1 over x to the power plus 3. 1 over x to the power b. Remove the time. Okay, Pudha, we shall go to the law number 6. Write down. Sixth law. So let's see this example. Let's see if I have something like this 1 over 9 to the power minus 3. Puta, instead of 1, can I write 9 to the power 0? Yeah, we already know that. Anyone's 0th power is 1. No, because of that, instead of 1, I write 9 to the power 0. So here it is 9 to the power minus 3. මේ ලෝ එක විතරයි දැනගන්න ඕනේ මේක එන විදිහ තමයි කියලාද. Okay, so you can understand that Puta here you have to divide two powers with the same base. Then what happens is their indices get subtracted. 0 minus minus 3. 0 minus minus 3. Then sign conversions. දැන් නැති කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා ගොඩක්. බලන්න sign conversion. පුතා plus into plus, it is plus. Minus into minus, it is plus. You can remember this. If you multiply the same signs, it is plus, right? Plus into minus, it is minus. Minus into plus, it is minus. You can remember this as if you multiply the different signs, it is minus. So here you can understand, Bhute, 0 minus into minus, it is plus. So plus 3. So here it is 9 to the power plus 3. So now you can understand 1 over 9 to the power minus 3, I can write it as 9 to the power plus 3. Yeah. So the law is, so the law is 1 over a to the power minus m. I can write it as a to the power plus m. That is the law number 6, the final law. Right? But we can directly use the law from here onwards. Right? Okay, we shall go to some few examples. Fourteenth one. What the? Okay, positive indices වලින් මේවා ලියන්න. 1 over 5 to the power minus 2. I can write it as 5 to the power 2. Like that. Do this. 1 over minus 11 to the power 2. 1 over x to the power minus 5. Okay, do this. So here it is. Put them with a minus 2. minus 11 to the power minus 2. Hari. And minus 11 to the power plus 2. Yeah, you can write x to the power plus 5. And I can see some students who have joined the meeting late. If you want to watch the prior things at the nether, you can watch it because this in the Zoom you can see in the top corner there is a YouTube. You can go there and cover it up for the students who have missed for today. Okay, we shall go to solve some problems. So here you can understand, right? Right. Okay. Okay, Buddha, let's go to solve some problems. Right. Write these in positive indices. I'm just giving you some problems. You have to write these things in positive indices. For example, on 7 minus 2 over 8 minus 2. Right. Listen to me very carefully. Can I write this as 7 to the power minus 2 into 1 over 8 to the power minus 2? Do you agree with this? Can I write like this? Yes, actually here it is 1. ඕනම එක denominator එක 1 නේ. ඕනම අක්කරේ denominator නැති කෙනෙක්. So here 7 to the power minus 2 into 1, 7 to the power minus 2. 1 into 8 to the power minus 2, 8 minus 2. So here it is actually 1. We don't write it usually. We don't write that. So by using the fifth law, පස්වෙනි law එක පාවිච්චි කළා, fifth law එක පාවිච්චි කළා මට මේ 7 to the power minus 2 කියන එක 1 to the power 1 over 7 to the power 2 I can write right, okay. By using the sixth law, 1 over 8 to the power minus 2 කියන එක I can write 8 to the power 2. So what is the answer? Here it is, the denominator is 1. මෙයාගෙන් 7 to the power 2. Here it is 1 into 8 to the power 2. So this become like this. 8 8 to the power 2, 7 palana 7 to the power 2. Tell on the chat. Can you understand this? Sure. Okay. Off the shot. Okay, likewise. Likewise, do the questions. Number 2. Mother. එකපාරම උත්තරේ දාලා දාමු. So here I can write it as 11 to the power minus 2 into 1 over minus 10 to the power minus 3. 11 to the power minus 2, I can write it as 1 over 11 to the power 2. Here I can write it as minus 10 to the power 3. So here it is. Answer is this. You do it by yourself, Ruda. So I can directly write, you can understand how. So here it is y to the power 5 over x to the power 8. A to the power 3 over b to the power 3. Y to the power 6 over x to the power 9. Right. Put it. Put it. Turn on the mic. Puta, do you have any problems? Put problem to the chat. If you have a problem, I will help you with it. I will turn on the mic of you and I can talk with you. Can help. I can help you. You can raise your hand if you have any problems. Charaka, Manu, Charaka, lower your hand if you don't have any problems. Charaka, Charaka, Sadev, do you have any problems?
Sir,
Yes, Charaka.
in the fifth question, after solving, can't we put G as a common index, put brackets and
Yes, we can do that. Puta, right. Good question. He's asking, Puta, I have taught you, like, if you have a product of powers, Puta, if you have a power of a product, you can write it as product of powers. Puta, you know that, right?
yes, sir.
Puta, same like that. If you have a power of a division like this, I can write this as a to the power m over b to the power m. Okay, Puta?
Yes,
So
sir.
here I can write it as, if you want, a over b, its third power. Neither.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you explain the 15th question? Second one, sir, I couldn't understand.
Okay. Puta, recently we have learned about the laws of indices. Can you remember the fifth law? It is when there is a to the power minus m, I can write it as 1 over a to the power m. If I have 1 over a to the power minus m, I can write it as a to the power plus m. Neither.
Oh, sir.
So can I write this as this 7 to the power minus 2 into 1 over 8 to the power minus 2? මෙහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඇයි මෙයාගේ හරේ ඉන්නේ එක අපි ලියන්න නැති වුණාට මේ 8 to the power minus 2 into 1, 8 to the power minus 2, 7 to the power minus 2 into 1, 7 to the power minus 2. Do you agree with that? Pute, Sadev?
Yes, sir.
So by using the law number 5, 7 to the power minus 2 I can write as 1 over 7 to the power 2. By using law number 6, I can write this as 8 to the power 2. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So the answer is this, Nebuta. I mean, 1 into me, 1 into me.
Yes, sir, I understood.
So මගේ පොඩක් අර එක විදිහට හිතන්න පුළුවන් මෙයා උඩට අරන් ගියා 8 to the power 2 මෙයාට අරන් ගියා 7 to the power 2 කියලා එහෙම වෙනවා ඉතින්. ඒක අපි දකිනවා. නේ?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sadev, okay, Sadev. Vinny, don't worry. Vinny is living abroad. I have so many abroad students. Tutorials or soft copies are don't worry about it. Abroad in a කට්ටියට ටියුට්ස් එවන්න බැහැ නේ. ඉතින් ඒක ටියුට්ස් ගන්න ඕනේ නම් ඔයාලගේ මෙහි ලංකාවේ කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා නම් අපි යාට ඕනනම් කුරිය කරන්නම්. කුරිය කියන්නේ පික්නි ෆ්ලෑෂ් එක යවන්නම් මේ ළඟ පාදනම්. මොකක් හරි එහෙම arrange කරගන්නවා coordinator කතා කරන්න. මොකක් හරි වාට වෙන්න මන් දන්නේ නැහැ වගේ situation එක. Right. අහන්න. දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා classes ගැන කියන්නකෝ. Right. I know there are new students here, ne? Okay, let me explain about the classes, Pute. Right? So, so you are English medium students of grade 10. So if you want to go for a class, it is actually there is a problem of English medium classes in Sri Lanka. Actually, when you talk about the Sinhala medium classes, there are plenty of classes, but English medium classes, they are so limited. Students are also limited students than the Sinhala medium students, and classes also they are very limited of the shell. Senesh, wait, Senesh. Right. So, Buta, when you are choosing a class for your as a tuition class, so you can go for a physical class or an online class if you want. Right. Now the technology is it has been very improved very impressively. You already know there is AI technology as well here, no? ChatGPT. When you download the ChatGPT and you ask anything from that, it can't uttar දෙනවා like that. මේ ලෝකෙ දැන් දියුණුයි. තේරෙනවද? ලෝකෙන් එන්න දියුණු වෙනවා. ඒක වළක්වන්න බෑ. හරි. So but actually when we talk about the physical classes, you have to go to the class. Again, come back home. Sometimes your parents are coming with you and going back with you to the home. Like you're like spending like sometimes you have to spend like 2 hours for the road because the road traffic and stuff like. How pathetic. We are spending like 4 hours to the road. 4 into 4, 16 hours. If there are 4 classes per week, per month. So 16 hours in road. So you can understand then my class, you don't need to wait anywhere, right? So my classes, I conduct the classes live. So in my live class, you can understand, you can interact with me and learn. You could see that. If you miss a live class, you can come to the repeat class. If you miss the repeat, you can watch the class recordings from my website any number of turns that you want in any time that you want. Let me see the website. Let me show you the website. Sorry. Okay, let's go to the website. So after you come into our classes, after your class payment, we are sending your tutorial to your home free of charge. Let me show the tutorial after I show the website to you. Right. So after you come to our classes, you have to create an account in my website from the WhatsApp number that you have connected with us, that you are sending your receipt to us. isharamodushan.lk. After you have sign up වෙන්න ඕන දන්නවනේ ඉතින් පොඩි දේවල්නේ. හරි sign up වුණාට පස්සේ login වුණාම after you log to your account, right? After then go to the my account. So your class here, enroll classes වල ඔයාගේ account එක මෙතන approve වෙනවා. For example, you have English medium. So එතන approve වෙනවා විතරක් වෙනවා. English medium. So if you go to the, for example, class recordings, if you choose, for example, for a June වල සල්ලි කියලා නම් තියෙනවා. then click that අන්න ඔතන දෙනවා special tute answers කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් බලාගන්න මොකක්ද කියලා තා පොඩ්ඩකින් පැහැදිලි I will explain later what is the special tute answer click it so there is a special tute answer something like that I will explain what is that as well all right back go to the recordings follow that recordings or class recordings you can watch anytime that you want Putha. It's like Netflix if you have paid the class fee so just see Putha. How clear is that right? You can watch your class recordings at any time you want like Netflix you already know about Netflix if you have subscribed I mean if you have paid the class fee you can watch your class recordings anytime that you want any number of turns that you want how easy is that so you have that options so you can see right so you have such options and also each and every month I send you the tutorial that is regarding that is allocated for that month to your home to your doorstep free of charge okay let's see a tutorial of us so this is the tutorial for the month of July let's see Buddha. See right so here you can see Buddha. This is tutorial number 7 that means the tutorial for the month 7th month again July month so here this tutorial is consist of logarithms 1 logarithms 2 and graphs so here you can understand each and everything I'm teaching in the class is included as well as a reference material or a textbook reference material right and here logarithms 1 2 right and after that there is a special tute after completion of the lesson you have to complete all the textbook exercises and also the special tute you could see the answers of a special tute in the website make answers with thumbnail website graphs then the graphs all the theory matters that I'm teaching in the class also included as a reference material and also after that you have a special tute you have the answers of the special tute in the website you have to create an account in the website and you can watch the recording so you have all the facilities for that that's what I have said the world is advanced now right not like at the past අපිට කාලේ වගේ නෙවෙයි හරිද ඔයාලගේ අම්මලා තාත්තලාගේ කාලේ වගේත් නෙවෙයි right so world is fastly නේද advanced වෙනවා so you can have all the features with that okay what about the class fee that is a problem no මේ tute එක ඒ වගේම term test papers term test එකට කලින් model term test papers තියෙනවා මම ඒවා එවනවා for each and every month you get your tutorial free of charge to your home free right so what about the class fee for a physical class actually you have to spend some money to go to the class and also come back to the class as well sometimes it may be 1,000 or 500 okay let's say the 500 rupees so the transportation you are spending like 2,000 even though $500 වැඩි අනිවාර්යෙන් 500 ගිහින් ඉන්න බෑ දැන් කා. ඒතර ක්ලාස් ෆී එකත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි හිතමුකෝ 2000 වුණා කියලා. ඔය මග කන්න බොන්න 1000ක් ගියා 5000 වගේ යනවා ඇත්තට. But for our class fee is just only 2,000 rupees. For this 2,000 rupees, we are sending the tute to your home. And also you can use our website anytime that you want, any number of turns that you can watch them, right? Here වෙන මොනවත් නැහැ servers අරගෙන ඒවා maintain කරගෙන යනවා අපි. tute එක paper ඔක්කොම free ගෙදරට එනවා. And also I have some published books as well, classified past paper books. But for now I have only the Sinhala medium version of that. Classified past paper book means all the past papers from 1976 to 2025 I have classified them into lesson by lesson classify කරලා තියෙනවා මේ books මම Sinhala medium විතරයි දැනට තියෙන්නේ make extra publications of mine, right? You can also purchase them in the isharamodushan.lk in the store එකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන store කියලා දෙන දරස් වගේ කරන්න පුළුවන්. And also I should say, I know there are parents are watching this. Puta, our success of our class has been proved from results. Huh? So there is a tab called results, right? So you can see all the results, past results. Puta. Then this time all level results has not been released yet, but the previous time all level results you can see. And the students la කතා කරන videos ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. මේ තියෙන්නේ ගිය පාර student results. All level results. ස්කූල් එකත් එක්ක විස්තර ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. ඒ ළමයිම fill කරපු. පල්ලයට ඉතින් ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Term test results, everything is there. And also when you go to the පල්ලයට ගියාම මේ වාර විභාග ප්‍රතිඵල කලින් ආදර්ශ වාර විභාග ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. තමනාද මේ all level results වල ළමයි කතා කරන videos ටිකක පල්ලයට ගියාම 2020-23 results ආවට පස්සේ ළමයිත් එක්ක ගත්ත meeting එකේ ළමයි කියන කතාව. 2023-24 level exam එකේ results ආවට පස්සේ meeting එකේ ළමයිගේ grades and their comments about our class. You can watch everything when you're free. Go to the sharamudushan.lk and go to the results. Okay. Right. So how to join my classes? That is the problem that we have now. Now I'm posting a WhatsApp community group link to your chat. Right? Make sure to join with this WhatsApp community group. We will send all the details. What are the account numbers? How to pay the class fee? How to send the receipt or the screenshot or whatever? What is the number that you have to send that? We are sending all the things. For now, you have to make sure to join with the WhatsApp community that I am posting right now, Choti Babu. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay, Buddha, let's write the summary of the laws of indices. Then we have to start the laws of logarithms. Okay. What are the laws of indices that we have learned? When you multiply the powers with same base, their indices get added. When you divide powers with here b, sorry, a. When you divide powers with same base, their indices get subtracted. When you get a power of a power, the indices are multiplied. Anyone's zeroth power, it is 1 except zeroth power. A to the power minus m is equal to 1 over a to the power m. 1 over a to the power minus m, I can write it as a to the power m. Turn on the chat. Pudar, help me. How was it? Could you understand? Could you understand the laws of indices first? Now I'm going to start the logarithms. Let's see the chat. Pudar, could you understand the lesson? I mean, about the laws of indices first? Of the chart. Okay, we shall go to the logarithms right now. Then the my logarithms can I get another. Okay, write down the subtopic logarithms. Logarithms. Okay, let's see what do you mean by logarithms. The, for example, Puta, then 3 to the power 2, it is 9, right? You already know that. So this has been written in index form. This has been written in index form. For this, we call it as the base. For this, we call it as the index. This is the value. Pute, now I want to convert this index form to logarithm form. How to do that? Put logarithm, log, put log, put base here, Buddha, base here. Value here equal to index. Logarithm of 9 to the base 3 is 2. Harav vidhi ba. Base එක මෙතනට දාන්න. Value එක මෙතනට equal index. මෙන්න මෙයාව මම logarithm form එකෙන් ලිව්වා. නමේ තුනේ පාදයට ලඝු ගණකය 2යි. Logarithm of 9 to the base 3 is 2. Then මෙයා බවට පත් කරන්න කොහොමද? From log form I need to for the index form. මෙයා තමයි base එක. මෙයා index එකනේ. 3 to the power 2 equal 9. Turn on the chat. Sorry. On the entry එක for the logarithms. Can you understand this? Of the chat. බබෙක් අහනවා logarithms මොකටද කියලා. අර තේරෙ ඉස්සරහට for the calculator එකක් use කරන්නේ නැතුව logarithm table එකක් use කරලා අපිට ඕන simplification එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඕකට තමයි අපි logarithms ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒක තේරෙන්නේ පස්සේ. logarithms 2 වලදී තමයි තේරෙන්නේ. Until then just wait. 16. හරි. Write these in logarithm form. ලියන්න බලන්න මේ logarithm form එකෙන්. Write these in logarithm form. So here I can write log base is 2, value is 64, index is 6, equal to 6. Like that, do it. Do it. 3 minutes. ඊට පස්සේ logarithm form එකෙන් index form එකට හරවත් ලියන්න 5 minutes දෙන්න ඔක්කොම 6 වගේ. Base is 3, value is 81, equals index. Base is 10, value is 1000, equal index. Base is C, value is X, equal index. Base is A, value is Y, equal index is N. Base is Z, value is X into Y. Base is A. Index is A. Now, 3 to the power 2 is 9. Yeah, 3 to the power 2, 9. 5 to the power 3, 125. 3 to the power 6, 3 to the power 6, 729. A to the power Y, it is X. Now we have to learn about the laws of logarithms. Now we have to learn about the laws of logarithms. There are 4 laws of logarithms. Laws of indices, when we are talking about the laws of indices, there were 6 laws. But here, logarithms, there are only 4 laws. Right? Okay, write down the subtopic. Write down the subtopic. Laws of logarithms. Laws of logarithms. Let's see the first law. Pute. Pute, I can write then 2 to the power 1. What is the value? 2 to the power 1, it is 2, right? So base is this, index is this, value is this. Okay, convert this into logarithm form. log base is 2, value is 2, equal to the index. Index is 1. Puthe, 3 to the power 1, we know what is the answer? It is 3. Convert this into logarithm form. log, what is this? Is the base, index, value. So the base here, value here, equal to index. The 107th first power, it is 107. Base, index, value. So the base is here, value is here, index is 1. එහෙනම් base එකයි value එකයි equal වුණොත් logarithm ගේ answer එක 1. So here you can say log basically හරි to the base logarithm of a to the base a is 1. This is the law number 1. On the chat, is it clear, Bude? Is it clear? This is the first law. When the value and the base is equals, the logarithm of a to the base a is 1. It's very clear, right? Okay, off the shot. සෙනේෂ් අහනවා a 0 වුණොත් මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කියලා දැන්. දැන් 0ත් 0ත් හරිද? අපි පුතා මේ 0 වල log එක කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? ඒක පොඩක් for that we need to learn about the integration A level එකට යන්න වෙනවා. හරි? ඒ නිසා ඔහොම ලියාගන්න. It's the first law, right? Right. So okay, we shall go to the law number 2. Pute, listen to me very carefully, Shruti. Here put some numbers, put here it is at make 18 කියලා දාගන්න අපි අර number කරගෙන ආම පිළිවෙල note එක. එතන 18, right? 19. Okay, Buddha, just tell me, okay, 2 to the power 0, it is 1, right? So if I turn this into logarithm form, base, index, value. So the base is here, value is here, equal to the index, right? And any numbers, 0th power is 1, right? You already know that. So the base value is equal to index. So here you have to understand logarithm of 1 to any base. Logarithm of 1 to any base is equal to 0. එකේ ඕනම පාදයකට ලඝු ගණකය බිඳුවයි. හරිද? දැන් ඔක 0 power කියන එක indefined නේ. ඒතකොට 0 ගැන කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ bro. නේද? Right. So you can understand that generally I can say logarithm of 1 to any base, it is 0. But a is not equal to 0. ඒක ලියන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් එහෙම ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ මේක. Right. So you can understand the second law. Now I'm going to teach you about the third law. It is very important law, right? Okay, second law. Let's go to the third law. Let's go to the third law. Put number 20, right? Right. Put up. Let me take x as a to the power m. Let's take x as a to the power m. I shall take that equation as the first equation. If I convert this to logarithm form, log basis x, sorry, basis a, value is x equal to the index m. I shall take that equation as second equation. If I take x is equal to a to the power m, I can say logarithm of x to the base a is m. If I say y as a to the power n, I shall take that as second equation. If I convert this to the logarithm form, log, what is the base? A, value is y is equal to n. I shall take that as fourth equation. පුතේ බලන්න. ඔන්න මම product of x into y මම first equation එක second equation එකෙන් multiply කරනවා. ඒතර left hand side එකේ ඉන්නේ xy. xy is equal to right hand side එකේ a to the power m into a to the power n. So xy is equal to, by the law of indices, the first law of indices, I can write this as a to the power m plus n, right? When you multiply the same bases, some powers with same bases, their indices get added. Then මේ බලන්න මේ පුතේ බලන්න. දැන් එන්නේ xy is equal to a to the power m plus n. මෙයාව logarithm format එකට හරව ගන්න. log base is a, මේ පැත්ත ලියා ගන්න. බලන්න. So here I can write a to the power m plus n is equal to x into y. If I convert this index form to logarithm format, log, what is the base? A, value is xy, index is m plus n. පුතා, from the second equation, instead of m වෙනුවට මම මෙයාව substitute කරනවා මෙතනට. From the second equation and third equation, මම substitute කරනවා. දැන් ඔන්න log xy to the base a. පුතා, instead of m, I write it as log x to the power to the base a. Here I write it as log n වෙනුවට ලියනවා අර fourth equation එකේ a to the power y. අන්න පුතා. This is the third law. අහගන්න මොකක්ද කතාව? ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම product එකක base A වලට log තිබුණොත් මට මේගොල්ලොන්ගේ මේ ඒ base එකට මේගොල්ලොන්ගේ වෙන වෙනම logs වල sum එක විදිහට ගන්න පුළුවන්. දැක්කද? Can you understand? When I have logarithm of xy to the base A, I can write it as logarithm of x to the base A plus logarithm of y to the base A. So if you have some, again, so if I have something like this, for example, if I have something like this, I can write this as like that. Ne? යම් සංඛ්‍යා දෙකක ගුණිතයක ලඝු ගණකය ගන්නකොට යම් පාදයකට ඒ පාදයේ මේවල වෙන වෙනම ලඝු ගණකවල එකතුවක් විදිහට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. When we are getting a logarithm of a product to the base for a sum base, I can write it as the sum of වෙන වෙනම sum එක විදිහට ගන්න පුළුවන්. Turn on the chat. Can you understand this? මේක එන විදිහ නෙමෙයි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ මේ law එක. මේක එන විදිහක් තියෙන්න බෑ. Can you understand this? Could you understand that? Nice. Okay. Put nodded to the chat if you have already nodded this down up to the third law. Of the shop. Chris Stephen, Puta, you will realize what is the use of logarithms, right? As soon as possible. When we go to the logarithms too, you will realize that why we are using the logarithm laws. ඒ කියන්නේ logarithm කියන එක use කරන එකේ ප්‍රශ්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා මේ අහන්නේ ඔයාලා. ඇයි මෙහෙම මොකටද සර්? වැඩ නැද්ද සර්? මේ හිතාගත්තා නම් හොඳයි නේ. මොකටද සර් මේවා මොකටද මේක හොයාගත්තේ? Mathematicians ලා මේවා හොයාගත්තේ මොකටද? What's the problem? Why? You will get the answer. ඒ කියන්නේ ලොකු simplifications තියෙනකොට ඒක ඉතින් කියලා දෙන්න මට ඒක gradually කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ මේ පිටිවලට ගිහිල්ලා. Logarithms 2 වලට ගියපුවාම උත අපිට ලොකු long simplifications. දැන් ලොකු simplification එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. දැන් decimal එක්ක එන ලොකු simplification එකක් තියෙනවා. නිකන් මෙන්න මේ වගේ එකක්. දැන් ඔය වගේ simplification එකක් අතින් සුළු කරන්න ගියාම හරි අමාරුයි ඉන්නේ. Logarithms පාවිච්චි කරලා laws පාවිච්චි කරලා සුළු කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතනට එනවා. එතනට එනකන් මේ පිළිවෙලට ඉගෙනගෙන යන්න. එතනට එකපාර එන්න බෑනේ පුතේ. Then if you are going to travel from Colombo to Anuradhapura, එකපාර අනුරාධපුරට යන්න බෑනේ. You have to go to the pass කරගෙන යන්න ඕන. නගර ටිකක් තියෙනවනේ පාස් කරගෙන යන්න. Okay. By using this law, do this 21 and 22. Hurry. Before we go to the questions, පුතා මෙන්න මෙතනින් එහාට අහගන්න හොඳට. හරිද? Right. මෙතනින් එහාට හරිද? log to the base 10. 10 to the base 10 වෙනුවට අපි ලියන්නේ පුතා LG. හරි. You have to understand this. Write down this. That means if you have then log 10 to the power 5 කියලා අපි ලියන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ඒක වෙනුවට ලියන්නේ LG 5 කියලා මෙතනින් එහාට. LG means log to the base 10. log 10 to the base log of 5 to the base 10 කියලා මෙහෙම ලියන්නේ නැහැ මෙතනින් එහාට අපි. මේ log 10 කියන කෑල්ල වෙනුවට ලියන්නේ LG. හරි. You will realize why is that. Why 10 is special, sir? You will realize it as soon as possible. Okay, just wait for the logarithms 2. You will understand why is that. Until the time comes, be patient and go with the theorems that I am teaching to you. By using the theorems, solve the problems. Right? I will come to that. Why is the log 10 is very special? Why, sir? LG. Now, log to the base 5 කියන එකත් අපිට walk කරගෙන වචනයක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. Why this is very special? You will realize that. Wait for that. All right. Right. Okay. එහෙනම් log 10 කියන කෙනා විදිහට අපි ආයෙ ලියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක වෙනුවට LG කියලා ලියන්න. Okay. Right. Okay. හරි. මේ expand කරලා ලියන්න. Then LG means log to the base 10, so we don't write it. එහෙනම් මේක ලියන්න බලන්න LG 2.32 plus LG 1.78. So this one I can write LG 27.9 plus LG 3.2. So I can write this as LG 5 plus LG 7. एक vice versa කරන්න බලන්න. Write this in single log notation. Then, for example, this I can write as okay. Camera for me. Put it in lamai. Chat on, turn on the chat. Pudi, could you understand each and everything I taught you so far? What about that? Hmm? So tell me the new students, put new to the chat. New to the chat if you're a new student. I'm asking from new students, how do you feel about the class? Could you understand each and everything today? Right? The thing is, when we are learning the mathematics, we should learn the things, concepts very clearly. Put yes to the chat if you can understand properly. Right. Term test Julie විසියට හරි හරි මම දන්නවා. අපි term test model papers කරන්න start කරනවා Julie last week එකේ. හරි. I know it. My problem is now, could you understand this properly? මේවා තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව නිකන් ගිනි වේගෙන් යන්න බෑනේ. ඔයාලට මේවා තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව ඔය අරක් ඔය කරගෙන යන්නත් බෑනේ නේද? තේරෙන්න සහ පිළිවෙලට වැඩේ කරන්න බෑ. Okay. Right. Okay, Buddha. So now I'm going to stop the class from here, and we shall continue the lesson from next day onwards. We will be completing the logarithms one, other things, and some exercises from the textbook. Now you can complete the textbook exercises. There is another law as well. Just refer the tute and do it, but I will do that again in the next class. So the class Sunday, same time, yes. And we will send the timetable for you, right? And okay, off the chat. So we shall start the logarithms part 2 after the completion of logarithms 1 at the next week. Okay, right. Okay, Buddha. See you there. Turn on the chat. I hope you could understand properly the things that I taught you so far regarding this lesson, because there were a lot we have learned today: laws of indices and laws of logarithms, law up to the law number 3. Okay. Make sure to complete the textbook exercises and come. Okay.